I think Brian, in my opinion at least, I feel like Brian was pretty right with saying how the Ursa is going to have to take the role of moving around a lot with this Darkseer to utilize Ion Shell. Because TA and Ursa, panel said it too, they kind of do the same thing. They both want to hit some neutrals. They both want to get Roche control, get early map control. So we'll see if they're able to do it with this one, because I do quite like what burjui's got up against them right now.
Sure. Yeah. The thing is, though, if Brame are able to get that momentum early, do you think burjui's going to have the resources to sort of help themselves against 5 heroes running at them and taking early objectives? Like, can their lineup sort of hold back an advantage that Brame might get in the laning stage?
Oops.
I do think so, because they have such an overwhelming amount of team fight in comparison. The team fight on Brame just isn't really there. Burjui, you can just look at their heroes. It's a plethora, you know, Quapple, Disruptor ult, Nyx. Mars is going to be there to set everything up for that. Wraith King is this frontline beast to kind of bait the spells on him and give your teammates easier ways to set up. So I feel like Burjui, they have such good ways to defend around these towers. And I feel like Brame, they don't have good ways to just force the tower. Sure, TA is a decent option. That's why I feel like they went for it. But burjui can fight around those towers pretty easily with their lineup.
Well, let's see what we have coming up, at least for the lane setups. Doesn't look to be too surprising so far. Up top, Uka on that Mars. I mean, we have the 2 supports heading up here for now, but you would imagine we're going to see our 2 Fix head down to help out Runic in that safe lane. Now, in terms of sort of of course, all the patches that have passed, is there anything that we've got to look out for being incredibly powerful this game? You know, any of these heroes that...
Wraith King.
You think out of all of them, Wraith King's the one that you feel that this hero is just strong across the board?
Okay, well, in general, I'd say it's the Wraith King, and then it has to be Nyx, especially with what he's up against.
I mean, and they're both on the same team, right?
There.
You know, so that's got to be a bit scary.
And he's got good ways to combo breaks, especially like they don't really even have the big combo like I was mentioning on Brame, but the Nyx can just mess up everything even more so too. The really big good sign, at least that I'm seeing for Brame, is how hard this Clockwork can counter 3 heroes. But then 2 of the cores don't really care too much. Like Wraith King and Queen of Pain, they can play really well around that Clockwork.
Yeah, going to be very intriguing to see what Brame are able to do against potentially 2 of the strongest heroes in the patch, or at least we expect to sort of continue to see transition from the pub games into these pro games here.
And cool to see that they pick up this Disruptor, a hero that I wouldn't say we're seeing a lot. I mean, sure, we're talking about pubs mostly, and like very few of actual games, but I feel like this hero is really interesting after they saw the Ursa picked up. You always want to have some type of silence, right? And this is just going to be able to provide you that, provide you better catch with your Nyx Assassin too. Seems like a pretty cool option this game.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it's going to be that sort of position in the game where, you know, we're going to have to look towards the TA and the Ursa really to see how much they can get done in so that window before they have to sort of say, right, one of us has got to go and farm at the BKB before we start turning up, because the pre-BKB fights, you know, one of these heroes is definitely going to be messed up, you know, with all the control, as you say, the silence, the static storm into the arenas and the mass stuns. So what are we going to call?
What are we going to call Light Blue? Is it just going to be what? Because I can't say that name, so.
He's
tagged as the what?
Stomahair.
We can just call him Clockwork. Oh, what?
Stomahair. He's been around. We've casted him before.
I have, but okay, Stomahair. Okay, we'll call him Stomahair. That's
Stomahair.
fine. I feel like he's going to have to really pick up his work for this team in this game, because just looking at the dynamic of their draft, they have to hit Ancients, right? Like TA and Ursa, they're going to have some time to hit the triangle. So I feel like he's going to have to be the one to bail out his teammates really hard and protect them, because the enemy team, they have Nyx Assassin, they have Mars, they have Queen of Pain. They're going to look to invade early as well. They're going to look to mess with those stacks, mess with all those neutral camps. So yeah, big eyes on this Clockwork, on Stomahair.
Let's see how we have things go down in the mid lane here between Flax and Wish. I mean, Carl mentioned it, you know, it was a fun, classic matchup in the mid lane to watch for. I mean, but is it sort of normally going to go the way of the TA, would you say? A little easier for the TA to play? You're able to dodge the daggers and not be pressured too much by the Quap?
Yeah, for the most part. We did see Flax get down the Sentry. He took out the Obs Ward.
Okay.
And he does have a Sentry in lane for when he does go for the Shadow Strike. So this one is really just, it's so skill dependent, really. All depends on how you double up the waves. I think that's what Flax wanted to do, but Wish is doing a really good job of controlling these first 2. So he should be pretty well off now as this TA.
Yeah, of course, we'll be interested to see how much both of the heroes can accomplish up lanes. And indeed, top, they're diving in. Uka trying to do his best to dance his way around the tower. Focus looking for him, but not quite able to get onto the Marses. Trying at least get a lot of damage done here to the Mars. He's good for regen though. Uka still 4.5 tankos ready to go in the lane.
Yeah, they have to be pretty careful up here. Kilomancer has to kind of just... He has to pull a lot and just make sure that they can get actual experience in it, because the double melee versus this Ursa, he has an Orb of Venom. He's always going to be able to thrive off of it. They can get some kills onto the Keeper of the Light if Spartan's not careful, but yeah, Focus should be able to get a pretty free lane up here on this Ursa, which is what they want, right? That's what we mentioned. Brame, all about the laning phase, and right now it's looking pretty decent for these first few.
Yeah, easy farm for Focus here, this top lane. Same to be said down bottom. Verunic on the Wraith King, 10 for 3, having no trouble against the Darks here for now, at least on these early levels. We'll see how things change up once the Iron Shell starts to get scaled up.
Yep. This is the Wraith King though versus Clockwork. It always just feels a little bad, right? The skeletons can just be summoned and mess with you whenever you do go for an opportunity, but Skylar can play around it. I've been seeing these Darkseers, they always get the vacuum it too, so they have a lot of kill potential, a lot of kill threat down here. Burjui is just trying to maximize and get the lane pulled back into a better position, because Skylark's actually just keeping it chill right here without using the Ion Shell. He's got his level 2 Ion Shell now, and they can probably look to apply pressure soon.
Oh, we'll see how much Skylark steps up the aggression with Stomahat. And yeah, as you mentioned earlier, this clock, it's kind of he's going to be killing the supports, right? You know, this is not the sort of hero that's going to walk to mid and do anything about Flax in the early game, right? You can't gank the Quap. Flax is going to just have to, you know, he's only going to be dealing with the TA, which of course isn't great fun. You know, Wish doing his best to harass with the side blades, but no other threats are going to come in on this Quap anytime early.
No, definitely not. Those two cores should be pretty safe, the Wraith King and the Queen of Pain for the most part versus him. Flax is getting quite low from these side blades. Wish is really starting to take over this matchup.
How's he doing for regen, Flax? Well, he's still got the Fairy Fire, and he's got the bottle on the way out. So bottle will be here. At the least, of course, where we might see someone head over to try and secure that 4-minute rune for Flax. And make sure that he gets against Wish. At the same time, though, Brame also likely to fight for it. See if they're able to get away with this kill here as they're on top of Atufix. Stormahair charging in, and they'll be able to find it. That the combo of the two of them, the Iron Shell and the Battery Assault, once they do get on top of the support such as Atufix, they don't really stand much of a chance against these two.
Yeah, and that's what makes it really hard for you to actually go check those runes. They will have at least Kilomancer go check the top rune, but yeah, Clockwork should be able to contest the bottom one easy. Flax won't be able to grab that DD rune.
Yeah, good stuff here from both teams. I mean, but when you're seeing these sort of mids, Queen of Pain in particular, you have to step up this rune control and things like that. Stomahair doing so, making sure that Flax is less likely to be able to have such an impactful gank of a side lane with could potentially be one of the better runes there, that DD.
Man, I'm loving this Solar Bind actually up top. It's not getting the kills on Uker, but it's really messing with him trying to walk up to contest versus focus. This double application of slows that they have now is pretty decent. I haven't gotten to see too much Coddle in particular, to be honest with you. I've not been seeing him in many of my pub games either.
No, but as you say, no, the hero definitely having its strengths, and again trying to use this slow to set up for focus to close in. He's going to have a jump again. In he goes. Kilomancer down. Two of them get the kill. Sal's ready for focus. He's healed up. And the D continues. We see 5 minutes in. All three cores of Brame having the slightly better game here. As it is a strong start across the board. And as we said, with this Ursa TA duo core lineup that they're running, this is the kind of start that they need, and they're getting it. 2-0, 1K up at 5 minutes in.
Yeah, and already have an Ancient stack prepared for the TA too. It's all looking good right now for this setup here. And they are playing versus Disruptor lineup. I know Pandal mentioned it too. If you're able to get that lead, it can look really good to be able to get those invasion plays. I think the big thing for Burjui to kind of, slow down this lead that Brame is starting to build up is once you start getting those sixes and the mobility of the Queen of Pain. We're going to have to watch Flax, how he can fix these side lanes because of how rough the mid lane went. He can look to set up and kill these side lanes quite easily.
Yeah, and do you think for Burjui they do have to make those moves very sort of proactively into Brame's half of the map, or is it just a case of making sure that you're going to have pretty much 4 or 5 heroes turn up when Brame goes for an objective? As on top lane, Burjui, Spear will push back on focus. He's still trying to chase him with the Earth Shock. He's going to have stun up again in a second, Kilomancer, so he's going to be fine. Turns over towards focus. There's the stun. He holds on to the very last moment there. but it will save him as he's able to step away. Focus won't get the kill. At the same time, down bottom, a dive coming in. The Iron Shells, but Flax is there with the counterplay. Looks towards Stomahair. Stomahair still gets the kill, but he will lose his life for it there. Flax able to make sure he finds the trade, turning up.
That's what he needs to do on this Queen of Pain, though, is when they look to overextend and look to push their limits too far, he has to turn up. But Skylark is now continuing to look to dive, and Flax is just immediately running toward that mid lane. Doesn't want to miss out on too much. Also doesn't want to get too much pressure onto his tower too. Wish doing a good job of taking advantage of that first rotation of Flax.
Yeah, that really is the thing. Flax has got to make sure that he's always successful with these moves. And anytime he leaves this whole mid area open to the T8, Wish just able to capitalize massively on the area that he's been given. And his farm, of course, going to continue at a pace that's going to require Flax to find quite a few kills and assists to really keep on track with the TA. Top lane.
Yeah.
So if they can get focused here, they've got the damage.
They actually get him.
They do.
That's huge.
Yeah, he's been having a good lane and just been a little too confident there with the health that he was sticking around with. They turn and burst him down with the 1-2 combo, the Rebuke and the Spear.
Yeah, other thing quick to point out is Flax actually had the Disruptor TP mid to fill his bottle, and he messed up. He actually didn't even hand him the bottle. So that actually is going to slow him down. I feel like it's really important in this type of matchup is to keep that Queen of Pain
at
maximum mana, at maximum health, so you can respond to the movement, so you can move back and defend your tower. Yeah, he's going to have to go back all the way to base, heal up. He'll be able to TP out to a tower, but bottom tower is already dead to Skylark, and this Darkseer is having an incredible start here. You're level 7.
So if they can get Killermancer again, this Solar Bind slow, it's so strong. You can't run.
Yeah.
I mean, you literally can't. It makes it worse. Top lane, Flax will come in with the counter rotation, comes in with the Sonic Wave onto Spartan, but Focus, he's got the ult. He'll take down Uka. He's going to try and turn towards Flax, but won't be able to take down the Quap with the build that he has. Of course, no points in the Fury Swipe. Playing for the lane rather than for the single target. So Flax with a good cleanup there with that TP. 3 kills now under his belt as the mid Quap. So he's definitely, he's fixing it a little bit. Overall, still they're falling further and further behind, but Flax, he's doing his best to hold back Brame.
Yeah, I think now he has to put his majority of his attention onto mid lane, onto Wish, because Wish, he's going to take out this tower, and Kilo, he shows up, but he's just dead. And the thing about the Queen of Pain in this game, he's actually probably the best one to set up to defend towers. We look at Burjui's lineup, they don't have this outspam. Look, they're going to have to just bring multiple heroes here. They're actually bringing Wraith King and Mars at the moment.
He was sort of wandering behind the tower, was a little bit surprised here by the two of them. He's going to try for the TP out. I mean, that's not going to work. Too much damage. They will manage to take down the Clockwork, and with that, also able to keep that tower alive for another push or so, pushing back against Brame.
Okay, and we see the Wraith King Runic. He's actually going for the Midas. I thought this might be one of those games where you just go for the armlet because you want to be able to fight and contest early. I feel like this could be a concern for him because now if they notice that on the side of Brame, that's when they just kick up the pace and they really look to set the tempo and really look to challenge and threaten that road.
I mean, I like it.
We'll see if it pays off. You're okay with it?
Not always a good sign if I like it, but this is the team, you got this build, kind of thing. Runic's sort of checked out. He's like, guys, I'm farming Midas Radiance. You guys deal with the pressure. As long as they don't lose the game before he has the Midas Radiance, then he'll at least have the Midas Radiance when he loses.
And you know what, it actually might be, I'm looking back and I'm like, he is a single core Wraith King versus an Ursa and a TA, so he probably wants that scaling potential, so it might actually just be fine, as long as they play right around it, right? The other 4 have to be very active looking for these kills and not make any mistakes pretty much, because that Wraith King is not going to show up to fights anymore.
Let's see what we have at Uka.
So let's see what they can do.
He's got the arena down, he's managed to trap his Stomahair. Killerman's trying to turn to help out. And we'll get the kill. Let's see if they can get anything in return. Vacuum will drop down on Uka and Flax. Flax out with the haste rig. But they've lost the Mars. Got any further catch? Brame doesn't look like it. But the Mars down, now with Brame back in position around the mid. They'll be able to push in and finish off this tier 1 mid tower, as there'll be no further defense here from Burjui, especially with the Mars and the arena down.
That's really nice what Spartan's doing. Look at this. He's actually recalling people all around the map right now, so they're setting up onto Runic top because he split up from his team because he wants to get that Midas efficiency. He's going to get picked off for it now. They have to TP top.
They've got to help him. They can't let him go down a second time. Stomahair comes in with the hook shot for 2 of them. Sonic Wave will push the 2 of them back out of the cogs. Runic and Killermancer still trying to chase. See if our 2-fix can get in range for a grab with the glimpse. Ray Fire Blast down onto Stomahair. Stomahair will fall.
Nice glimpse.
The controls there onto Focus. Focus also burst down by Flax as our 2-fix make sure that they get the big kill. And they're not done yet. Uka,
they're diving.
Wrapping around from the side. Spear connection onto Spartan. As Burjui, they'll find 3. Flax with the double kill. As now, hitting back well and coming in on this top lane and just sort of showing the way that they do have this team fight, even with the arena, just the ability to sort of just turn 1 kill into 2 into 3.
Yeah, and you know what, at the end of the day, maybe it was, I was kind of giving Spartan the heads up there and being like, wow, it's a nice play of him moving around, recalling his teammates.
Baited his team in.
He actually pulled his teammates into a pretty bad spot, yeah. So he did a good job in the mid one to bring the Ursa there, but then top, maybe a little over-ambitious. They saw the Wraith getting out of position, but all of burjui rotates and bringing themselves back in the game, still getting quite out-farmed, especially by that TA and that Darkseer, but bringing the fight there and getting themselves a nice needed tower after losing themselves too.
See Killermancer now got the 6, able to start scouting some of the movements out.
Ooh. Nice little regen for Skylark when he needs it. He's a little on mana.
Now we're seeing on the farm for Focus back on track for the Battle Fury. Still a bit of time to go. Wish Deso's done. Of course, Blink up next. See how much he gets involved with the Deso alone. He may just sort of play it, to just continue to focus on the farming rather than looking to do anything active. I mean, do you think Brame themselves, are they going to be looking at this Midas Wraith King, say we do need to sort of speed things up, or do you think they're going to feel, well, we are out farming them anyway, let's just continue to do so?
I think they're okay with this pace at the moment still. They already got the 2 towers down too, so I think they just need to play accordingly to how they see what they see on the map too. But just be careful and set up with sentries is the important thing, because then you're preventing the Nyx from getting those ganks, and you should be pretty clear to keep this farm. I think once Wish gets the Blink Dagger, that's when the whole pace of the game starts changing. Because right now it's a little tough for them to really set up too many kills without it. He's going to be that big damage provider. And burjui, we see that the way that they're playing. They're going to be together. Queen of Pain has Orchid, so they're going to look to be active.
Very nice. Flax able to jump across. See Spartan heading over to try and get a bit of vision back. It's not going to happen. Flax holding on 6-0-1. Continuing to be a flawless game so far from the Queen of Pain.
Yeah, after a rough start in the lane too, he was getting doubled up pretty hard by that TA. Flax Wish is looking to set up down here with the meld. Kilo seems to know.
I mean, if Wish goes, Kilo could turn. Let's see if Wish gets baited in on this.
They're bringing more.
Just a little bit of a poke. Killermancer can come back down. Flax getting rather low there too. The 3 hits off Wish. Stomahair has got a hook shot. He's going to look for it, but he forgets that there's a creep camp there. Straight into the neutrals. Still closing the gap though with the vacuum back. Flax is going to go down. He stuck around far too long. It did give them time to drop the arena from Uka. Can Uka and Killermancer find anything in return here? Stomahair a little low to the dagger. Maybe Killermancer can look to finish it off. Skylight's just going to start running straight back over towards them all. Killermancer is able to hit Stomahair with the Vendetta, take down the Clockwork in response, but yeah, after what have been pretty much a flawless game from Flax, just a little greedy there, sticking around. A whiffed hook shot, but sort of figured that he could hang about, get some spells out before blinking away. Wasn't the case. He ends up paying with his life.
Kills now too. They can go straight into Rosh, and we actually saw a funny interaction there. We saw Spartan recall his Ursa to get a kill on the Disruptor. Disruptor glimpsed the Ursa back into farming position, so a double benefit for Focus. As now Rosh, it's dead because that Queen of Pain dies, so they just seized the opportunity of that kill, and a big mess up there by Flax, not blinking out early enough.
Battle Fury done on Focus now. And yeah, with the gold from that Roshan, Wish just 600 gold away from the blink on top of the Deso. So Flax, as soon as he's back in, wanted to be deterred. He wants to keep this action going. Very close to having the 2nd point in the Sonic Wave. And of course, as these minutes pass, it's going to be harder for him to have the impact that he was able to have in these first 15 minutes, as heroes do get gradually more tanky with the items that they're picking up. Top lane, trying to burst down the Darkseer.
He's tanky, though.
He is now. As Skylark's able to head into the trees, drop the wall down. burjui can't hunt for him anymore. Killermancer's going to go for the TP out. Skylark's got the vacuum. TP will be cancelled as they'll slowly work through the life of Killermancer. Skylark getting the kill there with that Iron Shell and illusion damage.
Bit of an ambitious attempt there too. It was only level 1 Sonic Wave, like you pointed out too. He actually got his XP taken from the hard camp when the Nyx ran through. Maybe that would have been the cushion to get them the kill, but yeah, Darkseer, Hood Mech on his way to the Greaves, and now they've got the blink on TA. It's looking really good for Brame right now. This Wraith King is still farming really well, same for that Queen of Pain. And they do still have that overwhelming team fight, so there is still always going to be that, but now it's still, they're playing versus Aegis, so this is where...
Runic.
Brame is going to try to take advantage.
He needs help. He needs it now. Good glimpse onto Focus. Will take Focus out of the fight, meaning that they haven't actually been able to take the Wraith King down even the once. Runek's fine. Over to the side, Stomachhead comes in with the cogs. Runek turns over towards Wish. Wish, he's been trapped in the Static Storm, and he's getting very, very low. Can they kill him off? He's going to be able to put the Refraction, trying to turn them out. The Vacuum's out onto the three of them. Focus charging in, slows there onto Uka. Uka turns with the spear to push back Skylark. Flax keeping himself safe on the cliff. So all in all, only the clockwork to go down at the end of it all. Runek, of course, being burnt through on the reincarnation, but no actual big losses there for burjui.
Look at Brame, though. They TP out the TA and just instantly recall, so they're still ready for the fight if anything does go down. Kilomancer not looking to actually set up onto Skylark now.
But they're
still in the area.
I mean, I think
ultis are down.
burjui, they can still have a solid shot of fighting around here if Runek's able to head over. But we'll see how hard Brame want to push this. Kilomancer giving this all-important vision of Brame's positioning here, but hugging themselves close to the tower makes it rather hard for Brame to really get in on it. Start to have a bit of a poke onto Kilomancer. Oh, a little bit of a counter synergy there. The vacuum saving Kilomancer from the hook shot that was coming in from Stomachhead. Stun comes out onto Wish. Kilomancer falling low. The last hit from Wish does finish him off. So they will get the kill on the next assassin at the end of the day.
I'm surprised they stuck up there on the side of burjui for so long. I know they really wanted to stick around for this tower, but no ultimates were available. And you're at a disadvantage versus an Aegis. I felt like this one might have been a time to sack. They only lose their Nyx assassin, so it's not too bad. But yeah, I felt like fighting around there was a little bit of a defeated position versus what Brame still had at the moment. And yeah, that tower will go down, so map continue to shrink for the side of burjui.
Runek's headed.
And look at these recalls. Spartan brings Skylark bottom. This is actually insane how much work he's doing with these recalls. It's just, it's moving them around the map so fast. And burjui, you look at their lineup, theirs is kind of the one that you'd imagine can move around a bit quicker with this Queen of Pain and Nyx, but they're getting out mobility'd hard by this Keeper of the Light at the moment.
Yeah, it's very hard for Runek to really find himself a lane to sit in.
Yeah.
So these reactions and moves are there every single time from Brame as soon as he shows his face on the wave. Maybe eyeing up some action mid. Stomachhead is pretty tanky, but they want to drop it all. They should have a shot. They're going to use the Static Storm, but not enough. Static Storm being held back upon a little too long, allowing Stomachhead to pop the cogs. And maybe they were a little quicker with the ult, they would have had it. But I think, Tufix, he was kind of like, do I really want to drop the Static Storm for the clock kill? Maybe he should have, but it wasn't the case, and the clock's able to get away.
Yeah, he wants to save that always for the Ursa and the TA, but sometimes might have to just commit it out there to just get some type of return kills. But now no Static Storms for about 50-60 seconds. Let's see if Brame does look to take advantage of that. Aegis is getting reclaimed in about 30 seconds, and I mean, they're in a comfortable spot. They just keep forcing these towers in. They're getting closer to these BKBs, which are going to be very strong versus the side of burjui, as we've mentioned. burjui, mostly about that team fight synergy. These BKBs will break that team fight. And they're gonna be getting it soon. Tier 2 bottom dropping as that Aegis goes down, so very good use by Brame of that. And just keeping their lead growing.
We'll see. burjui's plans are going to be after Runek has his next item done. He's closing in on the Desolator. It's both him and top lane. Flax caught underneath the tower here, heals himself up, the Cog's pushback is there, and he's able to jump away. That Essence Ring provide that extra bit of HP to keep him safe as he's able to escape. And the rest of Brame do come in to try and chase this. See what they can find here. He's got the control onto a 2-fix, and the 2-fix is gone. As soon as he's out in position, no chance for a TP. Let's see if he can catch any more with this aggression. TPs are there. The rest of burjui heading out. Runek also able to make it away. So only losing the Disruptor there to that chase from Brame.
But BKBs are done. Ursa's is done. TA's also as well for Wish, and this is the support life for burjui is going to be miserable now, right? This Nyx, this Disruptor, they're going to have very hard times. Even the Mars too, getting the good setups, starting to look quite hard for them to actually take any fights versus this Brame lineup now.
Radiant's middle tower.
Yeah, the sort of closest thing to instant catch and disable is going to be Uka with this Blink Spear, but even that, he's got to be super smart with those plays and the ways that he comes in from the trees. to try and catch these cores off guard before they react with the BKBs. So not an easy challenge here for burjui. They're going to try, smokes up, but Brame...
They have the timing. They have that Deso finished up now, too. So he does have that big damage burst if they can catch the heroes on the front line. And the BKB is not quite delivered onto Wish yet. It's on the way. So they have a couple seconds here if they can get someone.
This is going to be hard. Because with these, especially with that TA BKB only just being delivered, they're smoking into the 2 BKB cores.
And Skylark look at his positioning. He's just standing in the front line for the most part because he's like, I'm Darkseer, you can't go on me. Let's see what they find.
Let's see. I'm going to look to try and burst through the easy ones first. Go for Spartan. They'll get it. Wish committing with the BKB. Jumps over towards 2fix. He's looking for the supports and he's going to be able to get it. No, he's not. 2fix is actually still alive. The last hit not quite there. They turn. They've got the stun out onto Stommerhair. They've taken down the second support. Focus moving him with the BKB. Chases down Killermancer. Kills off the Nyx assassin. But Runic's actually doing a good job of cleaning up in response. Skylark dragged back to the side as Flax cleans him up with the triple kill. It's down to the 2 cores here. Focus, he's going to be kited and silenced. They jump back in. Flax, he's got the Orchid. Focus is going to be taken down. It's an ultra kill for the Queen of Pain. As BKB or not, it didn't matter. Brame, they went in with the BKBs on both the Ursa and the TA. It wasn't enough, but burjui able to kite them out. A 2fix at the start, I don't know, he didn't die. That last hit was not quite there. He was able to get off all his spells, and suddenly, even these max duration BKBs weren't enough for Brame to win the fight.
A little bit too deep there, it looked like, by Wish. I feel like he kind of baited his team into a very scary position because they all had to pop their BKBs, and
very early.
If you looked, he did more damage than the entire Dire lineup did because he just stood his ground. He always had a target to hit. He was just wailing on them the entire duration of everything. It was a good 3-man cogs that came up from stall, but it didn't matter. The Wraith King, the entire duration of that fight, had a target to just wail on, and they kept having to chase to try to catch these heroes that Wish pulled his team into, that the TA pulled his team kind of out of position to chase for. Big fight there for burjui.
Absolutely.
What they needed.
And just, again, another brilliant cleanup from Flax on the Queen of Pain. 11-1-2. Really getting the job done this match. And
I know a solo kill for Uker. And I mean, Flax also has a Shiva's Guard finish, so a lot more survivable.
Yeah.
Some big salvage points here. And yeah, we're seeing some real big power with their heroes.
And as strong as these BKBs are for Brame, it's very important that they do get that you don't lose the fights when they're using them. These BKBs, if burjui is able to make themselves through another few of these team fights with BKB charges being used, but Brame not really coming out on top, and the game gets to this point where these BKBs are down to sort of the 5 seconds, then the game's only going to get stronger for burjui again. They've got to be really careful with these timing, Brame.
Yeah, and they can itemize versus this lineup heavily because, as the panel said, it's very single target oriented. Ursa and TA Ursa always goes for Battle Fury and stuff like that, but it's more about that farming. They can just itemize versus this. It's just physical damage, and you can kite these heroes. So we're seeing Ghost Scepter picked up for Disruptor. They're going Shivas on Queen of Pain. AC being picked up on Wraith King. So all these tools are being set up here for burjui. Even though they're still at a 4K deficit, you can feel the power of their actual team fight still coming in always.
Yeah, they're going to feel very good after that last minute play. We'll see what the move's going to be next from them. They were successful there in a situation where it was Brame bringing the fight to them. We'll see if burjui want to try and head straight into the jungle to hunt for something, or if they want to focus on Runic finishing off that AC. Courier coming in. They've got any smokes? They have been scouted out by the rocket.
They can scout the rocket, as they were Vendettaing as well. So Killermancer, let's see.
I mean, Runic's still trying to... he feels confident he's able to step up and take that bounty rune. And Brame, they don't want to jump on it. They respect this Wraith King now. They know that if they try and take him down the twice, burjui will set up and fight back. So Brame definitely playing a lot more cautious after that last affair inside of burjui's jungle.
Yep. Clicking around to see if anyone got any shards yet. No Aghanim shards or anything just yet. Getting close to at least Aghanims on 1 or 2 heroes, it looks like, at least on the clockwork. As Ursa goes back into the pit. All about that Roche control for Brame, as we said. TA Ursa lineup.
Yeah.
burjui, they have the heavy team fight though around the area.
They've got great ways to move in, and here we go. Straight away, they're in with the stun onto Focus. Focus will be able to get his way out, pots the BKB immediately, turns over towards Runic, trying to burst him down with the Sonic Wave, pushes back both Focus and Skylark. He's able to take down the Wraith King the once. Mars up in the air with the Yules. Flax, is he able to help continue to clean this up? He is, turns over towards Focus. It's a double kill for Runic.
Wish.
See if they can get this on the back lines. The Static Storm silencing the TA. Runic just steps over. Flax is in as well. Another fight where the two cores of Brame, they're just not getting the job done. Even with these BKBs, burjui are playing around it, and they're tearing it up. The net worth advantage that Brame had completely being lost. Stomachhead brought back for this. burjui will proceed to clean him up a second time, as it's a triple kill for Flax, and they may not even be done yet. Skylark still hovering around, a 2 fixes low, but Flax, he just got so much work done in this team fight with the Arcane Rune. And of course, this Darkseer is tanky. Runic wants to have a look at getting back in on this. The Shiva's got slow onto Skylark. He's out to the side, but Yule's in position to remove that surge and take down another. Flax godlike on the Queen of Pain as Brame team wipes and more with that dieback from Stomachhead. I mean, what's going so horribly wrong for them, Fogged? I feel with the BKBs you expect so much more from these cores, but it's just not happening in these team fights. burjui are outplaying them.
burjui's outplaying them, but also Wish is going very far in. I can understand that he's going for the backline. He actually did, I believe, kill the Mars as well as the Nyx pretty early on, but then his BKB is gone, and he's totally isolated in the backline, while his whole team, they were hitting the Wraith King in the front, and Runic is just holding his ground.
Oh, he loves it.
He gets a crit onto the Ursa, takes out half his HP pretty much.
Yeah.
It's just tough fights for them to really be able be on the same page for this TA and this Ursa. And the cores are just able to clean up on burjui. They're strong enough. This Quap and this Wraith King are carrying the rest of the team pretty hard at the moment.
Yeah, these two are massive, absolutely massive. Runic, yeah, 4-0-10. Yeah, yet to die this game other than through the reincarnation. And again, Flax, only that one little bit of a blunder, that mess up, you know, that very clear mistake that he made down bottom. That's the only time he's died. Other than that, he's been totally on top of his game as the Queen of Pain. And it's just looked brilliant so far for burjui, holding off against Brame's advantage that the Brame was able to build up after the lane.
Yeah, and we're definitely seeing that, you know, that lack of stuns coming into play, right? How much freedom we see this Queen of Pain Flax really having in the fights. He's just easily blinking around, picking and choosing his targets. And also that fight, you know, Focus did start with half HP. Has to be careful how he gets bashed by Roche. So.
I mean, again, they're trying to poke at Roche here, Brame, but I don't know. I feel like they didn't get away with this last time against the full team fight of burjui. I don't necessarily know what they feel is going to be different this time. I mean, if you're Brame, you know, what are they sort of saying? You know, how do they change up what could potentially just be the same scenarios that we've just seen around this Roshan?
Gotta be on the page. Gotta be more on the same page of which targets they're going for and who they're protecting. Because Wish, as I said, 2 times now, he's been very far separated from the team, and his team can't get in to help him. So they have to get a better angle of approach into the team fight, it feels. Flax, let's get spotted from Spartan. Wish sitting in the pit. I mean, he's getting hit now.
They're just going to stun him.
Wish?
They've got the opening stun. The arena's down. He will be able to get the BKB off, but the Sonic Wave push the two of them off to the side. They lose the Mars, and they will lose the first life on Runic. On the back lines, Flax trying to play around with the rest of the 3 of them. Wish jumps up. He's going to have the meld hit ready, but Flax is out off to the side with the blink. Stomachhead not able to catch him in time with the hook shot. Back in the pit, Focus and Skylark, they're looking to try to finish this off. There's going to be a buyback from Uka to maintain control around here. As with the Vendetta, Killermonster maybe trying to scout out an opportunity. He's got the Spike Carapace set up onto Skylark. Runic with the follow-up blast. He's stepping in. Runic with the big crits, bringing Skylark down low. Yule's setups there. Skylark still alive. As the cogs are out, Stomachhead sort of just trapped himself though. Flax comes in with the dagger. They've got to be a little careful on Brame, but no BKBs. But still, they'll get the big one. They'll get the Wraith King kill. Focus now focusing over towards Uka. It's going to be 3 kills here for Brame, and this time they'll find the cleanup in their favor as they will be able to head back into the pit and take down this Roshan.
And this time it was them on the same page. This time it was actually Flax who had jumped into the enemy side of the lineup, all the way onto the high ground, disrupting his like supports on that side. But the Ursa and the TA, they were together. They were beating on the Wraith King. Wraith King's ult gets procced super early in the fight, and he was actually trying to kite around there at the end. I think he had 2 or 3 seconds left on Reincarnate. Wasn't able to. They were on the same page. That's the biggest thing for Brame, that they were able to actually take that fight because of it.
Back to
That's big.
Yeah, 4K lead here for Brame. And with that fight, Cheese in the hands of Focus, and Aegis in the hands of Wish. And a lot of money too, 4K gold on this TA. Wish able to start buying into that next big item. Daedalus is what he's got queued up for the moment. And Stomachhead, Ags ready to go for the next team fight. So that second round of spells, a lot of things that's going to make it a little tricky, especially for this Wraith King, for Runic trying to walk in and focus down a target.
And for Flax, honestly, this Clockwork Aghanims is huge. You have now actual setup and stuns for this Queen of Pain. If he does make a miss blink, you have second hook shot, second cog back to push him, so that's going to be pretty big. And the other thing is like really important to look at for burjui. In that last fight, they have to get the chain stun onto Wish, right? They already had it kind of going. The spear never came out to clip him, right?
I think what we did see, right, was Uka, he was trying to maximize the stun duration, but of course in doing so, it gave time for Skylark to have that vacuum to mess up that small window of follow-up that would have been there for the Mars. So nicely done there from Skylark to make sure that chain stun wasn't going to be in place.
Absolutely. And now with this Aegis, with this cheese, and with these recalls and everything, they have a lot easier ways to actually control the map. Flax going for Skylark.
Oh, is it going to be enough? I don't think so. The regen's too high on Skylark, and Flax, he's baited himself there, diving in past the tower. An easy cleanup there from Brame, and Flax for the beautiful of a game that he has been having at this stage. Those sort of deaths as the Queen of Pain do cost quite a lot for the team. Up top, trying with the arena setup onto Stomahet. He'll look to hookshot himself out of the arena. He's going to be dragged straight back with the glimpse. Even with that attempt at the second hookshot, the glimpse timed in a way that he couldn't play his way out of it.
That's a fine death, though. Not a big deal. Got the Mars ult out. The Queen of Pain still dead for 50 seconds. World is your oyster still at the moment for Brame, as Wish, he is really starting to pack a punch now. Sure, there's these ACs and these Shivas and all that, but yeah, with this data list not picked up, he also has the Orb of Destruction coming out on himself. Tons of minus armor, tons of damage. This TA is going to rip through most of these heroes.
See the smoke from Brame. Trying to see if they can catch any burjui whilst Flax is still dead on the Quap.
Wow, that is such a good split push, too. That's actually crazy. Just the Aghs Ion Shells with the recall. So Darkseer, with this increased duration of his Ion Shells, just pushes the top lane out indefinitely, gets recalled in. Look at this map pressure. The map is just so tiny for the side of burjui. And they've been doing that really the whole game with these recalls.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you should look at burjui's heroes. Do they really have the means of having a core that can sort of just split push a lane back out?
No, not so much. Mars doesn't really want to be showing so much. Uker, he's not really at that point where he can just walk up and one-shot a wave and hide very easily. Yeah, they just don't really have the heroes for it. Nyx and Mars both don't really want to show too much, so it makes it tough. Disruptor not really a wave clear.
Yeah, but burjui's strength still just lying in there. Their ability to take a team fight 5 versus 5 and then pushing off the back of that.
And maybe just, honestly, at this point, I think it's trying to get your level 25s. Get your Wraith King 25, get your Queen of Pain 25. They turn into completely different heroes.
Well, I mean, you say that, but Queen of Pain 25, it's not what it used to be, right?
It's different, yes, absolutely. But it's still like, it's still gonna be more damage, like, right? It's still gonna be a lot more pure damage, which is always gonna be nice in the fights versus BKBs.
Absolutely, yeah.
And the Wraith King, he is gonna, that level 25 is insane. 2-second cooldown.
Oh yeah, the Wraith Kings. I mean, my goodness.
Absurd. So that one, you know, that's probably the next big step for burjui to stall the game for that. You do at least still have, you may be at a goal disadvantage, but the experience, you're still doing pretty okay on your cores.
Yeah. We'll see how well they can hold it off. I mean, still a bit of time for Brame to make a play with that Aegis. They do want to.
But the thing is, that like I said, burjui's like getting out of their base. How the hell? Look at this. There's 5-6 psionic traps top, triple ion shells bottom. Like these waves are not getting pushed out.
I think at this point they're like, my goodness, give me a techies. I'd rather play against that than this sort of these methods of just keeping all of these lanes in a position that, as I said, burjui just completely trapped and very much just having to play into the hand of Brame when Brame do start to finally say, hey, you know what, we're going to try and push for the base.
Yep. And Skylark, he's going to have a Hex now finished up. So we're talking about Disable's missing for the Queen of Pain, Disable's missing for all these heroes. They're starting to pick them all up.
Oh, Killermancer. Nice little juke there, the hook shot. He's able to turn with the stun onto Spartan. Flax and Runic thinking about going for something here, but it's risky. Stomahet also hovering around. Runic, he's gone straight in.
He's deep.
He's very deep. He's got to be careful.
Those Psyblade hits, they're no joke.
Was a little far away from his team now. Time has allowed them to gather back together.
The traps, though.
There's a lot of traps.
The 9 traps. They can't run.
Runic! Oh, he's out in time. Nothing to cancel the TP there. Stomahet didn't quite have the hook shot back up.
Look at Killermancer. He knows. He's like, I can't walk through the lane. I have to try on the tree line, but still he finds him. Yeah, these traps, they're putting a little bit too much damage, and bottom is still being pushed in. All these waves constantly forced. Flax trying to force out mid, get his level 25 online.
And I like it from Flax going for that refresher.
Yeah.
I mean, as you say already.
Oh, that's nice.
25 plus 200 refresher, you turn it into a plus 400. Quick math on the combo. Opening stuns there onto Wish. He's getting low. Wish is able to put the BKB, but he's been bashed underneath the tower. The Sonic Wave, it finishes him off. Wish dies underneath the tier 3. Jump forward from Flax. He's able to clean up a second. Spartan goes down. Runic's still going to work onto Focus and Stomahair. They'll pop the reincarnation, but Brame, they're down too. Stomahair's going for the TP out, but the spear's there from Uka, locking him in place. As burjui, they'll push back this attempt from Brame. And in a big fashion as well. 3 heroes down. Flax continues to see if he can maybe chase for more. He's going to have to use and the Orchid to buy time for the catch-up, but Focus, he's already out into the trees with the blink. He's away.
Brame's not getting... I mean, they may be feeling like they have a very comfortable place in this game, being able to push out the lanes, but burjui is still showing that they can take the fight. At the high ground, the spear up onto the wall into a completely out-of-positioned Wish, just getting blasted by everybody. Now Flax, he's got the refresher if he wants to. We've been seeing these really doing quite a lot of damage. He actually went for the spell block this game over the damage.
I mean, I guess one of the benefits being, I mean, there isn't that much single target on Brame, but one of the big ones is going to be this Abyssal Blade that's nearly there for Focus. So
and the Hex that is on the Darkseer, right? These two, it's going to be very effective versus both of them.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that, and I think the refresher, when you pop it, also refreshes the spell block too, so you can actually do some cool plays.
It should, absolutely, yeah. Well, I guess a lot of things Dota should, they don't necessarily do, but it should. It should refresh the spell block. Yeah.
Huge hold though. This net worth we're seeing, it's not really meaning too much. There's like, 8,000, 10,000 experience. It's all just about these executions of team fights still. Yeah. Especially when burjui just has just so many ways. And they also are starting to get some big items too. The defensive supports are starting to get these ways to protect themselves. And oh my god.
Runic, he's in. I mean, he's got the 25 now. These 2-second crits. I mean, we've all seen them. We've all played against them. It ain't fun. Stomahair trying to close the gap with a hook shot, but again, neutral creep happening to block the way.
Oh, look at these pickups.
Oh, Timeless Relic.
Beautiful items for burjui. Timeless Relic and also a leveler for the Wraith King.
I mean, it's got to be one of the best tier 4s, I think, in the game. I don't think you're ever unhappy as a team to find a Timeless Relic. There's always someone that's going to be a very happy bunny. And especially with this, the E-Blade Flax. So...
Oh, he switched it up.
He switched it up.
Okay.
He's ready to just have that extra bit of single target burst and of course that ability to protect someone, right? Stop someone from the physical focus of the TA and the Ursa.
And their BKBs are getting low, right? Down to 6 seconds. He can start to really mess with them with this too. This is a good pickup as well. They all can work as long as they play with it right. And we're seeing burjui starting to get much more aggressive. They're feeling way more confident in these fights now.
I mean, Flax just sort of blinking right into the vision of the tier 2 tower. He doesn't care. He's ready for them to try and turn up a deal with him. Gonna hold back the Ursa. They do manage to get the opening spear onto Focus. Sonic Wave as well, pushing him off the side. Focus will find the opportunity to put the BKB, turns over towards Uka. But Uka, he's got the tricks to cloak. He's able to kite him out. Over to the side, Runic moving in onto Wish. Wish has been dragged back. The wall's gonna be dropped down. They'll turn over towards Runic. Runic is gonna go down the once. Can they take him out a second time? It's hard. Flax already jumping onto the high ground, looking for Focus, but Focus, again, he's out to the side. He's got the tricks to cloak. He's able to buy himself time, juke away, hide back behind the rest of the team at the tier 2 tower. So yeah, talking about strong neutrals, tricks to cloak, that's...
Tricks to cloak as well,
it's pretty damn nice. 20% magic resistance, 20% evasion, and you want a free 6 seconds of invis on a 25-second cooldown, why not? Both teams caught using it there very nicely.
Yeah, because you're looking around, you're like, wait, the supports don't have Glimmer, what the... Oh yeah, wait, that's right, yep. So he gets away because of that, and actually that straight up saved him. He was dead there for sure, and I mean, Runic, we're just seeing him absolutely decimate people. He's eating them, and now he has a butterfly on top too. So all that physical damage that they have, it's not going to be there anymore. This Wraith King is an absolute beast.
No true strike. No true strike or anything close to it on Brame's cause. That's Brame.
Pressure shard on this Roche.
They're going to start to look to try and poke this. I mean, they've got to be careful.
So Timeless Relic is now placed onto the Mars, so that increased spear stun duration, because he also has the talent. It's going to be like a 5-second stun almost with the spear. And Flax actually got himself a spell prison.
Yeah,
so
and I like this as well
really
because his stun tends to be, it's the most important. You know, he's going to be the one that's finding the opening. You know, it's always the spear that comes first, and that's what's going to be buying time for the rest of the team to follow up.
Yeah.
Well, as if he's alive, though. Good jump onto Uka. Not expecting that, hanging outside of the base, and Brame quick to pick him apart. This buyback's going to come out, though, and he's able to lock down the arena onto the two of them. The BKBs are there, Focus getting bashed. He'll jump over towards the side. He's looking towards the 2-Fix, but a 2-Fix is going to be fine with the Ghost Scepter. Flax, he jumps into the midst of it all.
Wish is in trouble.
Taken down immediately. A buyback comes out from Flax. Runic trying to take down Wish. The stone controls there from Killermancer. They've lost the first life on the Wraith King. Sonic Wave pushes Wish out to the side, but the refraction was there. Wish able to blink out, and now Focus, he's back in with the counterplay. Looks to focus in onto Runic. Uka jumps over to the side, tries to spear him back, but an illusion from Skylark tanks it. The spear doesn't catch Focus himself, and that's Uka down for 100 seconds. Dieback on the Mars, Runic and Flax having to be careful getting themselves back up to the high ground. Killermancer left outside of the base, buying himself some time with the Yules and the stun onto the two of them, but the Hex is there. Can they finish him off? Focus, he's hunting. Killermancer's trying to run, but the Earthshock will do it. 2 down on burjui. Runic, he's back outside of the base, though. He's found an opening to get in onto Skylark. Darkseer down, and now without their Darkseer, the rest of them have got to run, and they haven't got a Surge to help them. The glimpse back onto Focus secures a second kill for Runic, and now they're turned over towards Spartan, silenced by the Orchid. Yules, he's got no help here, as Spartan will also fall. And with that, they can step straight towards the pit. Some good usages of buybacks coming out there from burjui to hold that fight. Make sure that Brame didn't get away with it at a point as well, where I think Brame, they felt that they got the job done. You know, burjui were backing up to the high ground, but Runic just able to find that opportunity to step back out, get on top of Skylark, and then find the the momentum for burjui to pick them apart piece by piece. And now they've got Aegis, Roshan, not the Aghanims, they've got the Refresher, and the Cheese. Big moves there from burjui in that arc.
And A2Fix actually survived throughout the majority. Now he's got an Aghanims on the Disruptor, which if he had that last fight, those BKBs from the TA and Ursa would not have gotten off, and the whole fight was completely different. Because actually the Ursa in that fight, he did the majority of the work. He was able to stick on targets really well, get this lifesteal building up from his Paladin Sword, and get the fight turning. But fight lasted a bit too long. That buyback, like you said, Runic starts coming out ahead. And Flax, I don't even know how many spells he tossed out in this fight, like 35 Shadow Strikes or something. He was just dancing around the side of the fights, keeping them kind of just disabled and slowed away from the Wraith King to reset. Big fight for burjui. And yeah, now they have a huge another element that just changes everything. A Refresher Shard and an Aghanims Disruptor. So let's see how Brame prepares for that one from now on.
I think Brame, they got to be looking at their the gold reserves. They've got to make sure they have buybacks. As you said, with this Ag Static Storm in the game, one of the cores is going to die. There's very little question about it, unless they can find A2Fix. Wish, he'll find Killermancer. Killermancer heading the scouting mission deep into the jungle of Brame, and Brame will pick him apart. So 60 seconds without the Nyx Assassin will probably cause burjui to be a little patient with the way that they want to look to make the move. And that will give time for Brame to farm these buybacks. Because again, if they don't have this on Wish or Focus, and one of these cores goes down, that could lead the opportunity for burjui to just close the game up. They have this Wraith King with the AC and Deso. They take down the buildings very quickly.
Yeah, and he has a leveler too, so yeah, he's really going to take down those buildings very fast. And now he's starting to... Looks like he wants to build himself into some True Strike, it appears.
Okay, I mean...
Not really playing into too much evasion, it's just a Trickster Cloak, right?
Yeah, sure. And even that, right, for the most part, Focus is going to have the Paladins in the fight. Well, actually, no, maybe not true. Maybe he will be switching in Paladins more for just maintaining high HP in between the brawls, but yeah, we'll see.
I guess it is the... It is the blinding light, I guess, from the Coddle when he's in spirit form. That's a bit annoying.
That's annoying, yeah.
So, okay. That's fine. Refresher up on Skylark, level 25, so we're going to have 4 walls coming out inside the fights, too.
All right.
And double hexes. He's got a lot of different things he can do.
If Skylark's able to do something big, especially get the illusion of Runic in these fights and control him, he alone with these items and as the Darkseer, he can win the team fight straight up for Brame.
Yeah, he can do an immense amount of work for sure. But this Ag Static Storm is going to be the big thing to watch out for. There's 2 of them, so they can just stack them on both of the cores. Just one after the other, the Ursa and the TA.
See if he can find the opportunity.
Flax just got him. He blinked out.
Ooh, that E-Blade will save him though. Or will it? The second hook shot comes in onto the high ground. They'll take him down the once. That's the Aegis gone. The wraparound's coming in from Uka. He's hunting for an opportunity, but Focus, he's been able to take down the Nyx Assassin. A2Fix over to the side. He's looking for his target. Is he going to be able to find it? Holding on to the ult for now. Inside the arena, Poor old Keeper of the Light falling low and will tick down to the poison. Now 2fix, he did drop the first Static Storm there just to control Wish, make sure that Wish couldn't get in on it. He still has the Refresher ready to pop for the second.
Both Refreshers still at the ready, right? Skylark also did not use his. They're both being a little bit hesitant. No one wants to overcommit here since it was a 1-for-1 trade. And a DD does spawn bottom, so a nice rune for the TA to grab up if they do see it. My God, Flax gave me a heart. Honestly, Flax gave me a heart attack.
I mean, he was...
Dude, he blinked right on top of the TA for like 3 seconds. That was so scary. He now has an Aeon disc too, so he's got a second way to
now he can do that, right? You know?
But my God, Flax.
Always nice to play with that cooldown reduction talent and the spell prison. Yeah, just 77 cooldown on the Aeon disc, so more than likely to be up for each fight. Bloodthorn complete now for Flax.
I mean, whoever they focus fire is going to die incredibly fast if they do not get their BKB off.
Absolutely, yeah. Static Storm and the Bloodthorn down on either of these cores, and they will be gone before anything can really be done to save them. I mean, is there anything that can save them item-wise on Brame? Not really. Not really any method of getting them out of that sort of combo at all.
Only if they like push them away somehow or something, like a headband. I don't know. There's not really a whole lot they could do to defend. As we see, they are utilizing their outpost top quite nicely. Killimancer kind of setting up there. They do have that one ward scouting out up top. We do see Brame. They're aware. They're bringing everyone up here. Runek is very alone.
He's deep. He's only got Killimancer around with him. As they're going to go in on him. They're definitely going to get him the once. See if they get him twice. Dota2, Fix, Flax, they are here to help out. Runek turns up towards Focus. The Static Storm down. Focus, he got the BKB off in time. It might not matter though. He's getting bashed by Runek. Big Sonic wave from Flax over to the side. Pushes the two of them back. Runek, he's getting low. Jesus, popped his back up to full HP. Takes out Skylark. Skylark comes in immediately with a buyback. The bash is there from Runek onto the TA. Wish forced out to the side. Uka trying to chase E-Blade control out onto the Ursa. Runek's able to turn. Ursa trying to get away again with the Trickster Cloak that he switched in. He was able to live, and now is Skylark coming in with a buyback. The Refresher play.
Oh my God, Skylark.
He's going to live. He's going to be able to stay alive as Brame turn it around and hold the fight.
Oh my God, that was so clutch by the buyback from Skylark coming in to save Focus there, and the lifesteal building in. The man fight between the Ursa and that Wraith King. Ursa ends up taking the lead from those buybacks, and a very far away Wraith King from his team. They tried to bail him out, but it was just a bit too far. Static Storm came out just after that BKB.
They did, yeah. Focus, no hesitation there. He knew what was up when he sort of sees that play coming out from Runix. He knows that the Static Storm's going to be inbound, so getting it out early and paying off. Got very close to dying, but not quite. And now they're in position to start pushing up to the high ground. Buybacks available on Runix. See if they're able to force it out. I do have buybacks actually on all three that are dead right now. Burjui, deep hook shot in. They're in onto the quad. Quad forced out to the side. Flax, he's going to be able to E-Blade himself. Beyond this will get popped. Buyback comes out from both Runix and Uka. The arena's out onto the two of them. Abyssal Blade comes in onto Focus. Focus, he's popped the Enrage in the BKB, but it's about to come to an end. The stun control's there. Focus will fall. Storm ahead, diving in deep towards Flax. Flax getting low, but he's able to blink out to safety. He's trying to jetpack himself out of the game with Storm ahead, but the glimpse is inbound. Drags him back into the claws of Runek. As Runek gets the double kill, the base will be held. As Brame just diving in a little too deep there. Stomahet trying to go in with the hook shot. Ends up costing him and his team the opportunity to push. The tier 3 holds strong. And now they're the side that's down one of the big calls for 70 seconds. This Ursa's dead and gone.
I'm glad they made the call though to just full leave them.
Sure,
like
everybody else
they were way too deep.
Out.
Everyone else just instantly got out. Yeah, the TA we saw Wish go back, finishes up some items, buys them, just continues to farm. I think that was definitely the right call after they overextended too far. And it is the buybacks they were forced, so Burjui does have to be a little bit careful what they do here, but looks like they're going to try to force the issue at least a bit here while that Ursa's dead.
I mean, yeah, look at Flax now. He's hit the level 30. 7k gold as well to spend. He's nearly going to have the opportunity to buy up that full Ags and the Blessing itself and still have the money for buyback if he takes a few more kills. So Flax, a huge beast right now on the quad. There's Brame. And we'll at least get away with not having to be pressured to use any of their buybacks here. Storm ahead.
Yeah.
And Focus will be back in good time.
Yeah, they get to chill and breathe a little bit. Roche about a minute left on that respawn too, so burjui does not get to get that for themselves. They're going to be able to push their lanes out at least decently, which has been a bit of a problem, and this, I believe, was also the catapult wave at 50 minutes, so those double siege waves will be cleared away. We see Runic in position here, looking to get aggressive. Everybody is back up now.
Yeah, see what they can get done. Monkey King Bar on focus to help against that.
Oh,
King
look at Spartan. Cutting some trees up top, getting a position set up for his Ursa to recall him in. Nice blick from his team pretty far, though. And there's that Aghanim. So Flax, he is pretty much 6-slotted now at this point, until he looks to start replacing things.
Both teams.
Oh, that's not fixed yet, huh? The scepter damage and the regular damage on the Quap thing is reversed.
Wait, what?
That was confusing me for a second. Look, damage of scepter is 610, but regular is 760. Whoops.
Radiant are scanning.
On Sonic Wave of Quap.
Ah, yeah, well, that's because he...
They're reversed.
No, it's because he took the talent, right? No.
But it would be 200 then. That would make sense.
No, as in the damage without the scepter is adding the 200, but the scepter damage isn't adding the 200.
Ah, okay.
I believe. Maybe not. I mean, who knows? But I think they probably just threw some numbers at the wall and saw what stuck, and then they wrote it in the game. Yeah, that's how it goes. Here we go, into the pit.
That's Refresher and Aghanims now for free.
Certainly is. Certainly is.
Luker's got his level 25 now too, so he's got some HP regen for his teammates. And now we have the fun. Aghanim Shard and an Aghanims on Wraith King.
Yeah, good luck. I mean, how do you sort of win a T-fight against these heroes, right? If Uka and Flax do go down, they're going to be able to get so much done whilst in the Wraith form to the point that you've got to somehow kill these heroes and then survive after you've killed them, which is not necessarily going to be easy.
No, this is gonna prove things to be really problematic. Because I mean, how do you kill people before they get their spells off? Now it's like Disruptor's gonna get it. Everyone's gonna get their spells out always. This is gonna prove to be a big problem actually for Brame.
38-35, 3K lead now for burjui. A real back and forth gamer.
Yeah.
A great game really. 38-35 at 53 minutes. Lots of action.
Yeah, it does feel like burjui's really hitting this huge power strength though, as the Darkseer found very quickly. Starluck is dead.
He's out.
He bought back earlier.
He's out for 2.5 minutes now. On the buyback status, 2 minutes on the respawn itself. So no way back into the game. That
pretty
might
huge.
Just be it.
That might just be Rax's. Like,
yeah,
two of them,
at least Rax's.
Like there's no, without it, he's everything. They're gonna look to set up a kill onto mid, onto Uker, perhaps. Wish, trying to go for it. Uker, able to reset away, get the nice ult down and walk away.
I mean,
Focus is split pushing, but they might lose it. They're gonna lose at least 2 sets.
At least 2 sets for sure.
Thank God they have that tier 2 bottom for themselves. But I think, I mean, threaten tier 4s maybe on burjui.
As you said, with the Desto AC and the level up, they can certainly give it a poke burjui if they want to.
I think you should. You have 80 seconds. That's so much time. You might just be able to, I mean, close this out if Brame doesn't look to fight you very hard.
I think so. Runic, get in there. I don't know what he's scared of. Hit those towers. And hit the heroes. Why not? He's going to jump across over towards Wish. The Static Storm's down. Wish, he's dead and gone. He's out of the game. He has got buyback for the first tier 4 falls. Fortification comes out still a minute, but they've got to hold on before Skylark's back and available to play. As they're taking the base there, tier 4 down, another one to fall. He managed to jump in, Focus getting himself over onto the backlines. He's taken out the Disruptor, but again, that Static Storm coming out from the Wraith form. They're able to still lock down the Ursa. Wish has to put the BKB. A buyback is available from Focus. Runic, he's just controlling the TA. They've taken down the once. Stomachhair comes in the arena, is trapped both Spartan and Stomachhair. Focus and Wish are being pushed right back towards the fountain. And burjui, they could look to end this. They could just hit the Ancient, close the game up. Buybacks are coming out, but they can't push them away, Brame, as burjui take this game 1.